What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Singing the Tea. I am your host, Dustin Singer Actor L, and you already know sometimes we sing, sometimes we do all of the reality TV tea, but it's always going to be what you want, and it's always going to be what you need. Welcome to Singing the Tea 2025 edition, y'all. Happy New Year. If you are new, thank you so much for coming in and joining us. If you're returning, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, cousins, y'all. You already know how we do. We're gonna jump into it, baby, because listen, I don't know about y'all, but I am loving Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine is going to be a 10 again this week. Episode was phenomenal. I am loving Married to Medicine. It's getting us everything from top to bottom. Everything about Married to Medicine is good. So we're on episode 6, season 11. Let's go ahead and jump on in, right? So this episode opens up. The fact that I'm laughing, y'all, and it is not funny. The episode opens up with Jackie and Heavenly, not, ooh, I ain't mean to call that lady Heavy. Jackie and Heavenly going to the golf cart, right? And child, when Heavenly had asked her, Jackie, you fell? I don't know why they played that again. It's so funny. It's not funny, but it's so funny. It's oh my god, it is hilarious. But Jackie was really hurt. And I don't think Jackie was physically hurt. I think Jackie was more so, you have those moments in life like when you just embarrassed and then you just mad and you just don't know what to do and you just cry. I feel like Jackie was going through a moment like that. But it was so funny. And then when Jackie couldn't start the car, like started the golf cart, and then she was like, "You want to just walk?" Y'all, it was so funny. Like moments like that are just organically funny. I love, like, that's why I love this show, because they have real friendships, and you can tell that they just be annoyed with each other, but they still love each other at the end of the day. Love it. So funny. That was good. So while they are getting ready to leave and they just walking back to wherever they need to walk to, we see Toya, Contessa, Dr. Contessa, and Sweet Tea driving off to go back to um, Toya's spot. So listen, that part was hilarious. It was really, really funny. I loved every ounce of it when it came to DrJackie and Heavenly. But when it comes to Toya, Contessa, and Sweet Tea, when they were talking in Toya's room about the situation, and when they were breaking it down, and they're like, "Listen, Heavenly goes deep. Heavenly goes low, and she does, right? Heavenly does go low." And then Toya was like, "Well, she just kind of feels like Heavenly just." She's been hurt. Heavenly is one of those people. Heavenly lashes out. When Heavenly feels like she's been done wrong, she is going to lash out. She's going to let you know how she feels. And she doesn't care. She's one of those people when she gets mad. I'm pretty sure Heavenly is a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, so I get where Heavenly comes from sometimes. Heavenly has a big heart, but she also doesn't want to see people, doesn't want to let people see her vulnerable. So that's a soft spot for her too. And when people come for like her trigger points, hell gonna break loose, and you get Heavenly instead of Heavenly, baby. She gonna give y'all hell. But Heavenly Mouth is ruthless, 100%. Now, when Sweet Tea and Toya were in Dr. Contessa were having a conversation, and Sweet Tea is saying, like, Jackie needs to say something. I don't feel like Jackie needs to say more. In all honesty, she grown. Like, we all know Heavenly gonna do what she gonna do. Jackie is not gonna control her. Like, Heavenly's gonna say what she's gonna say. Heavenly's gonna do what she's gonna do. In all honesty, it's one of those situations like, if somebody's bit, like, let's say you go to a situation, you got bit by something, right? And then you go back and you get bit again. And then you go back and get bit again. If you keep doing those same things, what do you expect the outcome to be? If you know that Heavenly goes low, I'm not gonna argue with you about nothing like that. I'm not gonna argue with you about nothing that's sensitive for you, that's gonna make you hit those points that are sensitive for me. So that's what you gotta think about when you argue with Heavenly. You gotta be her at her own game, and that's what they're not understanding. So while they're at their cabana, whatever the thing is, wagon, Lord have mercy, not cabana. We see Jackie and Heavenly trying to figure out what they need to go. And Heavenly's like, "Oh, that's our ride." Jackie like, "Girl, that is not our ride." So they end up walking back to where they were having dinner, and Simone, Phaedra, Dr. Simone, Phaedra, and Quad are there. They're eating their dinner because, baby, listen, they hungry. Quad says she need her another Hennessy. The girls is over it. So while they are there, Phaedra's just saying like, "Yo, that was a lot. Like, she not down for the yo mama thing." Quad is even saying like, "Yeah, that was a bit much." And I think that we know that Heavenly doesn't mean it that way, because by this time, like, Heavenly and Jackie are showing up, and Quad is letting her know. She's like, look, she's like, girl, that wasn't cool. Like, the your mama thing wasn't cool. You ain't have to do that. And Heavenly just lets them know, like, y'all know I don't mean it like that. Like, I'm not talking about her mama, and she hates that she does that. But that's her thing. Like, that's her thing that she say. Like, I know when I'm arguing with some of my friends, or I'm going back, even playful going back and forth with them, there are certain things that I say that I just say. Like, they're my, like, go-tos. And I'm sure if I'm in a serious argument with somebody, I'll probably say some of them, and that person might be offended in a moment. But the people who know me, which they know her, she doesn't mean any harm. It's still wrong. It doesn't make it right. But yeah, we know that she doesn't mean any harm. So Jackie is like, listen, I'm over this. We got to get this together. And Jackie feels like the girls need to clear the air. She's like, let's clear the air. Dr. Jackie is on the clearing the air thing. And she's like, who do we need to talk to? What do we need to fix? And then Quad is saying, like, hey, look, Jackie, when Toya brought up you just gave me a blank check apology, like, what was that about? Is that really how you feel? And Jackie lets her know, listen, I gave you an authentic, real apology. But let's be real. Quad keeps adding to it, and she's like, "Girl, listen, that's like you telling you whatever I have done, I apologize, and I sincerely mean that. I'm trying to move forward with you." And we see Quad break down, and she feels on how the ladies just kind of how they treated her when she was in Napa, and just the other things that have happened. But Quad, you also have to know and understand, how did y'all get here? Because y'all didn't just end up in Napa and that situation happened. There were things that you did that caused those ladies to do that. Because real talk, Quad, they do show up for you. And you show up for them too. And I love me some MsQuad, y'all. MsQuad, she got it. She got it, and she will always have it. I love MsQuad. But Quad, you do a little too much sometimes, and it can just be a little bit much for the girls. So while they're having this conversation, Phaedra is looking over there at the ladies like, girl, what's going on? And I don't know she's like, I don't know what Quad wants from us. Like, what else she said, does she want a kidney? Like, what does she want? We can't keep apologizing. Quad, they're apologizing to you and you accept it, girl, move on from it. Move on. So with that being said, Quad is breaking down, and we finally get Simone apologizing to Quad for New York. Thank the Lord. I am so glad it happened. And Simone, I'm proud of you, because Simone just kind of was just like, listen, let me just go ahead and get it out here, put our differences aside so me and this lady can move forward. So Dr. Simone, I commend you for doing that. Thank you. Because we over y'all's, because y'all's fat. It doesn't seem like it's that deep. It feels like y'all have that, like, big sister, little sister, and sometimes y'all are really close, sometimes y'all aren't, and it's okay for y'all to have that type of friendship. You just, Simone, Dr. Simone, you got to be cool with that, because Quad seems to be cool with it. You just got to be cool with it, mama. So that's it. So when Jackie started praying for the girls, Phaedra over there rolling her eyes, and I tell you, that was good to me. Phaedra said, child, come on, this fake mess. Let's go ahead and get this together. But they hug it out, and it's good to see Quad and Simone moving in the right direction. So we did have some good stuff that came out of that dinner. They were knucking and bucking, baby, and they was eating some good scallops and whatnot. And we got a resolution for at least one of the situations that we have going on, which is what we like to see. Now, we fast forward to the next day. We see the ladies doing that thing. Jackie over there on her bed, child, which y'all know I was hot about Jackie. Send all the nurses, anybody. Send the military, send the people over there to check on Dr. Jackie, because we need her in this community, baby. We need Dr. Jackie. Y'all make sure she is all right. So we had to make sure Dr. Jackie, we had to send one of the crew members to act like a nurse to make sure she was all right, because Dr. Simone was in there, and I don't understand why she couldn't service her. But I guess Dr. Simone only worked with the down under and not the arms and limbs. So, child, I don't know. I'm not no doctor. I went to school and ain't finished. So, and don't y'all make fun of me. It's all right. A lot of y'all watching me, y'all went to school and ain't finished either too. I have time to go back if I want to. I'm choosing not to because I'm successful in life. This ain't about me. Back to these ladies. But we see Dr. Contessa, Dr. Contessa showing up to Phaedra's house. Not Phaedra's house, Lord. Phaedra don't live there. To Phaedra little bandwagon, or whatever the hell the thing is. So we see her show up, and they start talking about the events from the previous night. I'm with them when they say, Heavenly went low, but both of them went low. Now, Dr. Contessa, and I don't think that she meant it in this way, But Dr. Contessa, when you were visiting her and you brought up that you don't really feel responsible for Jackie, I think you were joking. But if not, you kind of were. Like you just were in the heat of the moment. You didn't realize it. But Dr. Jackie falling was real because of you. We know that Dr. Contessa, she get the tussling and she get the rumbling and stuff. That's something that she does when she's heated. Um, One thing that I want Dr. Contessa to start doing when she's arguing and fighting is I want her to learn, and this is, hear me out here. I want her to start learning how to fight without so much emotion because she gets too invested. And I understand that people are passionate about what they're passionate about, but I want her to take a step back and not be as passionate about some of those things. Now, hear me out here. What was said to her, I get it. So in this instance, y'all, I get it. But I want her to not black out as much because I feel like Mama be ready to get it in any situation, and I want her to not black out as much when it comes to her arguing with these ladies. But her and Phaedra, they have their conversation, and it was good. I'm Contessa said something. She's like, listen, I want this to happen with me and Heavenly. I don't want anybody forcing us to go through anything. Let these moments with me and her naturally happen. If it happens naturally, organically, then cool. If it doesn't, then cool. But y'all don't force it because if you force it, last night is what's going to happen. So I love that. So we see DrJackie, Quad, and DrHeavenly at the pool, and Jackie is laying it on thick. Baby Jackie over there, they pushing her in a wheelchair. She got bandages from head to toe. Baby Jackie is over there. She on a sick and shut in list. Jackie's over there fighting for her life by the pool. She said, "Y'all see my nail?" And DrHeavenly said, "Girl, them press ons." When I tell y'all, that was so funny to me. I love these ladies. DrHeavenly, now one thing I do wish we got a little bit more of too is those funny DrHeavenly moments like from earlier seasons. Because she is a funny person. Like if y'all watch her YouTube channel, she is so freaking funny. DrHeavenly is hilarious. All of them really have funny moments. Is really good. So Jackie and them are having a conversation, and Jackie brings up just to kind of lighten the mood. She's like, "Look, we got the Met Gala happening," and she's saying, "Listen, I'm here to have this going. It's gonna be nice." She has Phaedra as her co-chair. She's the chairman for it, and I'm really excited to see what Jackie puts on for the girls. So Heavenly brings up, listen, she feels like Contessa is bringing up stuff from 2 years ago, and Heavenly, you are not alone in this. We feel that way too. I think that that's the part that's confusing. And I know Dr. Contessa in her confessional, she's saying like she feels like the ladies just make excuses for Dr. Heavenly. It's not that they're making excuses for her. We don't know what you want us to do because so much time has passed and you're still mad about something, which you have a right to be mad about it. But if you and your partner have moved on to seem like y'all are in a good place, why can't you move on for her? Because in all honesty, you brought it up. She didn't really bring it up. Now she spoke on it, but you brought it to the light. So hopefully y'all can work that out. And I love when Quad was just like, listen, and you gotta apologize for that. And they'll let her know that's wrong. Dr. Heavenly, when you said what you said about that lady mama, that was messed up wholeheartedly. And Dr. Heavenly said, y'all know that ain't what I mean. I sincerely apologize for that. So we definitely want to see her really apologize for doing what she did. So I would appreciate that. Now, after we have the segment with the ladies, we see the guys, Dr. Cecil, Dr. G, and Dr. Cecil ain't no Dr. Hell. Dr. G, Cecil, and Dr. Scott going over there riding those four-wheelers. And just to get to the meat and potatoes of that situation, they are basically asking G, like, hey, have you heard from Damon? Like, how are you feeling? And he just kind of feels away. He still kind of feels away. And he kind of has a right to feel a way about the situation because Heavenly was wrong for saying what she said about him. She truly was. One thing, though, Dr. G, that I want to say, because you said this in your confessional when you were with T, we can't start in the middle on this situation. You all wanted to start in the middle. You said that Sweet T came for Heavenly, then Heavenly came for you. Sweet T came for Heavenly's marriage by saying that Damon was cheating. So technically, she came for Damon. So Heavenly technically came for you. That was the thing there. So we gotta start at the top when we do that. So that situation of her coming for you would have never happened if Sweet T would have never said anything about Damon cheating. I think Sweet T, I get it. Sweet Tea, you knew, you emotional. I get where you coming from, baby, but you gotta learn how to fight with Heavenly. You really, really do. You gotta learn to pick and choose your battles, which we'll talk about that a little bit later. So the men are really wanting them to work it out. But and I love when Dr. Scott was saying, like, yeah, Heavenly, she be doing what she be doing, but at the end of the day, that's Damon's wife, and he gonna stand by his wife as he should. Tell her that she correct in private, praise in public. So I'm not gonna check my partner in front of y'all just to satisfy y'all. Now when we get back here in the house, we might have a conversation, but I'm not gonna check her in front of y'all. So I get where he coming from for that. So I do feel like he be checking her on the back end, but he ain't gonna do it in front of y'all. We saw a glimpse of that either a season or two ago, where he was just like, "Hey, listen, when I tell you to stop talking, you gotta stop talking." So Dr. Damon, he be putting it down when he have to. So while they're having their conversation, we see Dr. Eugene and Dr. Damon meet up at Dr. Eugene's house, and they have cigars and some cognac, little cognac. Listen, I love and when Eugene said, "Listen, I had to dress like you today, Damon." I don't know what it is. Like Dr. Damon's energy, it's crazy. He reminds me of my dad, but not like my dad. Um, but it's kind of like that quiet reservedness kind of reminds me of my dad, and how he dresses reminds me of my dad too. So it just kind of makes me smile when I see that. But um I love when Eugene was giving him some good points. He was like, "Listen, he's not telling me to say this. Not telling you what to do. Here are some suggestions." And I appreciate that. And I feel like Damon received it well. And he was like, "Man, listen, I don't know why he's being so sensitive about this." And I get where Eugene was saying, like, this is a different ball game for him because he has his ex-wife on the show. He has his current wife on the show, and then the friend's wife is coming for him as well. So he got a lot on his plate. But Dr. G, ain't nobody tell you to come back over here because you already knew what it was. So I'm just say that. So Dr. G, I ain't feeling too bad for you. But I appreciate Dr. Eugene and Dr. Damon having that conversation. And hopefully we'll get a convo between Dr. G and Dr. Damon. So hopefully we'll get something like that. So we head back to the ladies, heading down to a little hoedown, getting them little s'mores and whatnot. And I wonder why they had Sweet Tea ride with Heavenly, Quad, and Jackie. I thought that switch up was a little random, but hey, it worked out. She said she was cool with it. Girl, do your thing. So it seems like when they were taking a ride in the little golf carts, they were fine. When they're making and they sit down, and it's funny when they're making it there, they see Dr. Contessa and she sees Dr. Jackie and she's like, "Oh, Jackie, you all right, girl?" And Jackie's like, "My toe, my hand, my finger." Jackie is laying it on thick and I'm loving it. You do it, Dr. Jackie. Hell, you know what? Dr. Jackie need to sue y'all. Is she better than me? Because I'll be suing y'all down to the ground. I don't fail and embarrass myself to the national Beyonce TV and internet. Baby, I'll be suing all of y'all, Bravo and all. Not me, but if I was Dr. Jackie. That's what I was saying. She could possibly do, allegedly, because we don't need to come for my Amazon things. Y'all already know how I go around here. We're going to keep our stuff. So, Sweet Tea, not Sweet Tea, Dr. Contessa apologizes to Jackie, and that was really sweet to see when they all sit down. And Simone is just saying, like, "Hey, I don't know how it got there." And I'm gonna be real with Simone too. I don't know how it got there either. Like y'all were arguing, maybe because Contessa and Heavenly were so like close in proximity. Maybe that's why I got there. Because I don't know why it escalated to the level that it did. Like that was wild for y'all. But I was here for it, baby. Do it again. And once you done it, turn around and do it some more. Because I was here for every ounce of it. But we don't know how it went that left. And you know, one thing when it comes to Contessa feels like the ladies are riding for heaven. And Contessa, I'll be real with you, they're not. They are just trying to figure out why you are letting her affect you so much at this point. Like, so much time has passed. Y'all haven't talked. Y'all haven't been in the same vicinity. It seems like y'all are cool at some points, and then it seems like you're not. And it's like, I don't know what you're wanting for Heavenly. She's not going to give you what you want. Now, I do think Heavenly will apologize. I do think she will. But when it comes to Heavenly, apologize, move on, and let it go. Like, she not the one to sit up here and keep harping on the situation. She going to give you your apology. She going to move on, and you should move on too. Because other than that, baby, she going to keep on keeping on. Now, Heavenly just says, because Phaedra's like, we just going to table it. until we get back to Atlanta, we ain't gonna worry about it. We're not sweeping it under the rug, but we'll just kind of like get it to a place. And Dr. Heavenly is like, listen, we ain't got to worry about it. It'll just happen. And even Contessa says, let it happen organically. She says it again. And in Heavenly's confessional, she honestly says, I don't ever see me and Contessa getting back to that place of where we were, but she wants them to be cordial. And listen, for right now, that's all that we want. But let me tell you who pissed me off this episode. They should have kept their tea mouth shut. Their tea bag should have been hushed. Sweet tea, what is wrong? Like, girl, like, are you just trying to fight with Heavenly? Because with Heavenly, you kept saying, with Heavenly, we need to know that the insults need to stop, right? Girl, now ain't the time. Time and place. Everybody in that confession was like, well, girl, hush. Like, what are you doing? Like, the time and place was not then. Like, what you got going on? It's like it was that situation where she is looking for a moment and just looking to make a scene where everybody's like, girl, this scene is not giving that. We're just trying to make it back to Atlanta in one piece, and you trying to start the party again. And I'm glad that Heavenly would just kept telling her, girl, just stop. Like, look, girl, I do not want to do this with you. Stop talking to me. And Toya had to eventually be like, girl, she's telling you to stop. Like, just shut up and hush. Move on. So I was glad that Toya had to tell her to hush. And Tuti was like, well, I was just trying to get her to say, girl, no, that's not your job. You're not the matriarch. You are not DrJackie. You don't got a BB and CC Wines body over there. You don't got a Karen Clark Shear body. You don't got a Dorinda Dark. Well, hold on, wait. Now I take that back. You do got some of them body, but that's all right. This ain't about that. But you should have sat there and hushed. Hush. Nobody called your name. Hush. Okay? That's what you needed to do. So they come together and they pray, baby, before they head to Atlanta. And listen, we're going to fast track because we got a little glimpses of a little stuff. But some of that stuff, y'all, please. Let's go ahead and jump into this conversation with Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott. Did her daughter really grab that basketball that had the signatures off the mantle or whatever and start playing with it? Girl, I would have been hot. I'm not a parent. That's their business. They can raise their children however they want to. But I'm just letting y'all know I would have been hot behind that if that was really like a basketball that was. And I saw the signatures. Whatever, child. So Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott have a conversation, and he's saying, what Curtis said, your wife and Jackie, she fell to the ground. She was like, well, no, that's not how that happened. And she's recanting her version of events. And she's saying that, Heavenly feels like Scott is abusive. Y'all, I don't think that and I love this show. And it's not, I'm going to keep watching it. I just need Contessa to figure something out. Contessa Heavenly was asked a question on YouTube, and it says, hey, do you feel like Dr. Scott is abusive to Contessa? She said, physically, no. Verbally, yeah. We seen the show of how he was treating you on the show. As a viewer, if I'm looking at like some signs of verbal abuse, I can see. Now, I'm not saying that he was. I can see where she could have gotten to that place. Now, I can allegedly see where she got there, but you can't put all of that on her. And also, too, Contessa, it seems like you are making it seem like everything came from Heavenly, and Heavenly made everything up about your marriage, and she was Scott's biggest cheerleader at one point. She was, but she was also your biggest cheerleader as well, and she was supporting you as her friend. So she was being a friend to you. And Contessa, you brought it up seasons ago. You're going to have to figure out, maybe you're going to have to figure out something to help you move through this. And y'all said something about Scott's personality, and that's why she feels that way. And it's like, did y'all forget that y'all were on this show seasons ago and that we saw some of this? It's really odd, but hey, whatever. Something else, and maybe the only explanation for this is that they cut the scenes and we just don't see them. But when Contessa said that Heavenly, because she said to Scott that Heavenly said, F your mama, F that B, fill in the blanks. We didn't hear her say that. So maybe it was left on the cutting room floor and we're just not getting it. But Contessa, it doesn't make you look good because it makes it look like you're taking it back to your husband and you're putting more stank on it than what actually happened. Because what technically happened, what you just said, me and Heavenly was going back and forth. I had said something to her. I had called Heavenly stupid, and Heavenly said, your mama's stupid, or something like that. That's along the lines that it said, and Heavenly doubled down on it. And then maybe after that, it was cut, and she said, what you said, she said, but that wasn't aired. So maybe in the reunion we'll get a little bit more clarity on that because that was really weird. I don't know where that came from because that didn't happen in the TV world, like of it airing to us. Maybe it happened for real. We don't know. But we didn't see that. So it kind of made it look like you were lying. I don't know, but it kind of made you look that way. The only thing I can think of is maybe it was cut out. So we'll go from there. So we see DrJackie and we see Phaedra hosting. Excuse me. We see DrJackie with her party planner getting ready to host or plan the Met Gala. This is the second annual of them doing that. She's the chairman. She has Phaedra coming in as the second chair. Now, I'm gonna say this. I think that Phaedra is a good co-chair to have. Jackie saying that she's 15K over budget. Phaedra's like, child, that's nothing. We got that. Phaedra's letting her know, girl, we got the money. And I do think that Phaedra is the girl to have for the party planning. Phaedra says that she feels like they can get 100K. Jackie's like, girl, I was thinking more like 25. But if you can get it, get it. Like, I'm gonna hold you to it. But Phaedra makes a phone call, child, and people don't even answer. The people say, girl, we just gave you some money, girl. No. But I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. Do we feel like Phaedra can get it? I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like Phaedra can get it. I really, really do. Phaedra is that girl. Phaedra can get the money. Phaedra can get the checks. Phaedra has been living a very lavish lifestyle, and she was off reality TV for like a nice minute. So, and Phaedra's a lawyer. Girl, Phaedra got connects. Let's be real. I think, was she over there in Ghana? I think right now, somewhere, across the ocean. Phaedra's over there doing her big one, baby. So Phaedra got the money, but Jackie said, "Listen, I don't physically fight nobody, but if she don't get the money, I will be beating her up." DrJackie said, "Baby, I'm ready to tussle about this Met Gala. She better have." I keep saying Met Gala. It's Med Gala. I'm so country. So I'm really excited to see because it looks like on the next episode, Phaedra didn't get the money, but we're gonna hold off to see, baby. We're gonna hold off to see what we can get. Hopefully, we get some coins in for DrJackie so that she can pour it into her charity of choice. So we love to see DrJackie doing things like that. That's one thing when it comes to her. We love us some DrJackie. We love us the CCYNs of the medical world. We love that. We love us some DrJackie. Now, y'all, that is the episode. I think it was another fabulous, fabulous episode. I am loving Married to Medicine. I am loving Married to Medicine this season. I am loving Married to Medicine this season. So if you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. But I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a family member. Share with a friend, aunties, cousins, grandparents, all of those good people who want to grow this community. I do want to give y'all a huge shout out because I don't think that I've done this. Huge shout out to all of you because we got over 100 subscribers by the end of 2024. So I'm super, super, super thankful for each and every one of you for helping us get there. I couldn't do it without you guys. So let's continue to grow. Hopefully we can be at 150 by the end of this month. But with that being said, thank y'all so much. Bye. See y'all soon.